Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Giving God all the glory. Welcome to the 5 Minute Facebook Ministry. My name is Anthony Daniels. Today we're coming out of the book of Luke, the 6th chapter and the 26th verse. That's Luke 6 and 26. And it reads out of the King James Version. Woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets. Again, woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you, for so did their fathers to the false prophets. Now, again, these are the words of Jesus Christ, and he's, again, speaking to his disciples. And it says, woe unto you. And woe unto you, it's not a good thing. Woe unto you means that there's something bad is coming. It's bad tidings. It's not, doesn't mean anything good. Woe unto you. It's kind of the opposite of being blessed. When all men shall speak well of you. So what Jesus is saying is that when all men speak well of you, that is not good for you. And in today's world, we are so caught up with our image of what people think of us. And we do so much to make people like us or to make people think differently of us. Like the emphasis that we put on our physical well-being, of how we look from a physical standpoint, our attractiveness, and the extremes that people are willing to go to today, so that men shall speak well of them from a physical attractive standpoint, with all the plastic surgeries and the Botox and all that kind of stuff. We also see what people do as far as dressing, trying to find what is appropriate to wear, what is right to wear, how to look good. We're so caught up with how people speak of us. There are so many people who own their jobs. They're yes men to their bosses. They do whatever it takes so that people will think that they're the ones that need to be hired for a particular job or promoted to a particular position. But Jesus says, woe unto you when all men shall speak well of you. For so did their fathers to the false prophets. See, he's saying that people have always spoken well of people to the false prophets, but not to God. Not to the true prophets. Because the true prophets and God knows who you are. Regardless of how you cover it up, regardless of how you dress it up, regardless of how you parade it around. See, that's where we're lost today. See, God wants us to do what's right all the time. And if we're doing what's right, we don't fit in. If we're doing what's right, we get looked at sideways because we aren't in with the in crowd. We aren't doing what needs to be done to make us fit in. I just giving an example of myself. I'm not caught up as looking as young as I look when I know I shaved my bald head. I know if I shave my head, I look 10 years longer. But it doesn't bother me now to have hair on my head because I'm not that concerned with my attractiveness because my life has changed and I have other things that are more important than that. Now, that's just a minor thing. But we're so caught up in making ourselves agreeable, acceptable to other people, when we should be focusing on making ourselves acceptable to the Lord. And see, when we make ourselves acceptable to the Lord, okay, which really all it takes is us saying, Father, forgive my sins. Because he's going to take us any way we come. So we don't need to have plastic surgery. We don't need to look a certain way to be accepted by God. Only man put those conditions on us. But man can't give us what God can give us. So if we turn to God, and when we turn to him, he's already accepting us. We just need to walk into it. And once we start to accept and believe God for who he is, and start to read and understand his word, we can let all these other worldly things go. We can stop worrying about how we look, what we need to do to impress people. And we can just trust God with things. We can just trust God with things. So stop trying to make yourself appealing, attractive to your fellow brothers and sisters, and live a life that is pleasing to God. And watch everything else in your life become blessed as you fall out of favor with man and fall into favor with God. And that's all the time that I have. God bless you. God love you. And I love you too. Have a great day.